989 Studio.
They are coming. Go, torch it. Burn it all.
But what about the serum?
Leave nothing. Now I will show you how I deal with informants. Finish him.
With pleasure.
These are the coordinates Ellis sent.
Over there.
It's Ellis. Executed. Leon, you find anything?
The place is torched. I don't know what they were growing, but it wasn't narcotics.
Romer knew we were coming.
So what's our next move?
We watch for the next viral outbreak. We won't have to wait long.
Logan's report was clear enough.
I want 2 additional teams assigned to this. Find Romer.
I understand.
Logan is my best agent. What do you want to do?
Nothing. We will wait. We will wait and see what he can discover.
Our WHO contact was correct. Everyone within 100 miles is dead.
Not everyone. This man is still alive.
How is that possible?
It's not.
Hello and welcome to another stream of Syphon Filter to continue the playthrough celebrating the game's 25th anniversary. Hey there Sona, thank you for the welcome back. Welcome back to you as well. We're going to continue on. We're up to the Expo Center reception. At the end of the previous stream, the cutscene and everything introducing this mission already played, but we're going to watch it again for those who didn't see it. New York City, Expo Center reception, incoming from Markinson. I've approved your request for access to the FBI files on Jonathan Fagan. I think your suspicions may be correct. The Farcom reception may be a cover for a meeting between Fagan and Roma. Follow Fagan closely. Obviously, you must not be seen or captured. You are authorized to eliminate any of Fagan's security, but use silenced weapons only. Once you've observed the meeting, use whatever means necessary to capture Fagan alive. Officially, the agency knows nothing about this.
We've analyzed blood taken from Romer's men. It contains compounds identical to those extracted from the plants taken from Romer's plantation in Costa Rica. Compounds patented by a multinational corporation named Farcom. I checked with our contact in the World Health Organization. Farcom is also coordinating the WHO's efforts to track down these worldwide viral outbreaks.
Romer's not sophisticated enough to run this kind of operation. With that arsenal, he must have an enormous base of operations somewhere. Who's funding him?
I have already had Farcom investigated. The final report was inconclusive.
Whose report? Benton's? The same man who coordinated our botched raid in Costa Rica? The man who got Jenkins' entire team taken out? Where is Benton now?
I've placed him on leave. Now, what do you want to do?
Fagan is hosting a reception at his exhibition center in New York tonight. I've tapped into their security files and accessed blueprints of the entire building.
Fagan doesn't know who I am. I'll go as a guest and plant a remote wire on him. If there's a connection, I'll find it.
All right. Report back to me in 24 hours. But this is not a standard intercept and eliminate operation. If Fagan is involved with Romer, I want them both taken alive. If you do find a mole, eliminate him.
Leon, something's up. Fagan's moving. I'm going to follow him.
But Gabe, his wire is coming in clear.
I know, but I want to be there in case something is going down.
Be careful. If any of his security guards spot you outside of the reception area, Fagan will know you're here.
I won't let anyone see me.
Fagan's heading for the Stonehenge exhibit. I'm checking their security protocols. They have guards posted everywhere. Don't be spotted or the mission will be over.
Mission objective: Shadow Fagan to secret meeting. Mission parameters: do not allow yourself to be spotted until you reach the meeting. Do not shoot Fagan.
What are you doing here? You were never to come here.
Plans have changed.
Get out, both of you. We'll settle
As
this
of
later.
this moment, we no longer work for you. We want the location of the Syphon Filter lab.
Leon, I found the agency's leak.
You are.
Benton.
Where's Roma?
That son of a...
Get out, both of you. We'll settle this later.
Shut up. He's been bugged. Quickly, get him out of here.
Gabe, Fagan's run for it. Romer and Aramov went after him, but Benton's still in there with you. Watch out.
He's finished. Don't send a report to Markinson yet. I want to find out what's going on here. Where's Fagan?
Mara must have destroyed the bug. I've lost his signal.
I'll get to the security room and give you an uplink to their camera systems.
Copy. Farcom security has already cleared the guests out and locked down the building. They'll be looking for you.
I'll handle it.
Hello there, Inmita. Welcome. How's it going? Cute killing sounds. Nice shot. Yeah, the sound effects of this game. There's some things that I can remember. It's been over 10 years since I played this game, so there's some things that I can remember. And when I first played this game, and around a year or so after it came out, like, I'd be like, chung, bang, boom, aim, headshot, you know, headshot everyone and all that kind of stuff, but I was younger then. So my video game reflexes were quicker. Dimitri, going well, just came home from the store and will soon prepare lunch. Oh, very nice, that's good. Well, I hope you enjoy your lunch. As for me, I'm doing pretty good. Trying to keep cool.
Farcom's using a magnetic card key system. Each gate is coded to a unique card. I'll see if I can find a master code.
Check their security rosters. I want to know which guards are holding keys and where they are.
I'll try.
That's no worries at all, Inmita, and cheers, dude. I did a few levels in the first stream earlier, so that was good to get a bit of a head start. Hey, Mr. Goatee. How is it 8:18 and still fucking hot? It's so damn annoying. I've got a pedestal fan, and I've got 2 USB fans at my feet. Trying to find good spots to put them when I'm streaming so that the mic doesn't have happening the whole time. Thank you for leaving the lurk in meter. 25 Celsius right now. It's like, come on, temperature. Alright, so there's a new weapon. Actually, there's a weapon I forgot to read about too, I think, as well. This is just the silenced version. The description's the same as the unsilenced one. HK5. Modular design and small size makes it very popular with both military special forces and terrorists. With over 23 officially recognized variants, it is fast becoming the most widely used pistol machine gun in the world. G18. With a rate of fire topping 60 rounds per second, the G18 is perhaps the most deadly pistol machine gun in the world. Its only weakness is its tendency to expend ammunition faster than most shooters are prepared for, leaving them defenseless during a reload. Hello there, Lucas. Here I is indeed. Welcome back to you. Hey there, Senny. Good day, Senny. Good day, Syphon Senny. How's it going? It's going good. We're in this mission where at the start we had a tailing mission. We weren't allowed to be detected. But it's going pretty good. It's good to play this game again. It's been over 10 years since my last playthrough. It's good getting into the groove of it again. A little bit rusty, but I think I'm getting, or re-getting the hang of it. How's things going with you today? Good, that'd be cool, getting to revisit so many years after you last played it. And since it came out, well, that's true too. Yeah, because this was another one of those early purchases when I got my PlayStation 1. And it was sort of, pardon me, it was one of those things where it's like so many other games at the time, like Tomb Raider, Last Revelation, Resident Evil 3, you know, they were games that were the third or fourth entry in, you know, whereas this one was the first. So it felt good to have a playthrough of a game that was the first in a series at that point as well. Because Metal Gear Solid, I'd played the NES port of the very first Metal Gear game, so I was not unfamiliar with Metal Gear as a franchise before playing Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PlayStation 1. And that's basically like the third entry, technically, I think, anyway, in terms of like release order. I think in chronological order it's probably not that. But yeah, it's been interesting to get back into the groove of this and replay it, and I've been wanting to replay it for a long time, and I thought, well, if I hold on for a bit longer I can do it hopefully as a 25th anniversary run, and here we are. You read that this game almost didn't release because the developers weren't as experienced with game development yet. It's cool that they made it. You're doing well, another busy day here, but tomorrow is going to be more chill. Oh great, that's good. Well, it's good that you're going to have a bit of a chill day tomorrow in comparison as well, but I hope that even though it's going to be busy, it's not going to be stressful busy, you know. But that's true, yeah, and it went through a few different iterations and stuff, like, and almost got cancelled multiple times. Hey there, Etone, how's it going? Oh my god, you just unlocked so many memories, lol. Oh yeah, I know that feeling well. Yeah. The first 3 games in the series I think are absolutely great. I played the 4th one, Omega Strain, when it came out, and I was like, it still feels control-wise like Syphon Filter, but I don't know. Not playing as Gabe and Leon, although I think you do at some point, but at the time back then I was like, it's Leon Zing, or Gabe Logan, or Lawrence Majari, or no one. You know, I'm just like, I don't play as some random. But yeah, I think the first 3 are the best. Hey there, Rosie. Thank you so very much for the 14 months in a row. That's amazing. Thank you very much for that, Rosie. How's things going for you today? Good, it's going to be alright. There's definitely lots to work on, but nothing too stressful. Oh, very good. That's excellent. Here we go, no wonder why. There we go, and then I've got to shoot, yeah, I see now, yeah. So I've got to shoot the other switch to make the lift go up even further. Rosie, you're playing some Indiana Jones. What jank have you found? Oh, nice, Rosie, that's good. Yeah, yesterday, because my streams ended up being a bust, I started my playthrough off stream of the Indiana Jones game as well. I'm still very early on in the story because the game has just engrossed me in the side stuff. And I feel like it's going to be the same thing it is for me with Assassin's Creed Origins, where doing all the side stuff is just as satisfying, because there are some ties, it seems, to the narrative by doing some of the side stuff as well. Plus I like the system of the upgrades, the books where you learn different skills, and I ended up like amassing a lot of adventure points. Like I think I had 800 or so. But yeah, I'm liking it myself as well. And yeah, there's definitely been interesting. There's a certain actor from the Assassin's Creed series as well who plays a prominent character as well. And I was like, ah, yes, I know who this is. Well, this jank, Rosie, I guess for some people it would be janky, is the first Syphon Filter game. Came out in 1999. And it's the first in a few games. The first 3 were on PlayStation 1 though, and the other ones were PlayStation 2. One was ported to the PlayStation 2 from the PSP, and then there was another PSP title as well. Hey Electric Dreams, welcome on in. I hope things are going well. Love this game, got you on the projector to check out while you curl up in bed for a much needed break. We'll be lurking. Oh, thank you so much for that, Electric Dreams. Really appreciate that. It's been a blast to actually get back into this game because I haven't played it for over 10 years. And before then, it was probably another 10-year gap between playthroughs. Because I used to love replaying Syphon Filter 1, 2, and 3. Like, it was like a recurring sort of like thing as well. But thank you so much for leaving the lurks as well. I hope that you've been having a good one. Hey there, Pierwin, welcome. Crooked, oh nice, how are you liking the game so far? I'm really liking it, dude. Like, I wasn't sure what to expect. Now, I will say, and this is a nitpick, I will say I kinda wish you could choose to be third person the whole game. And there's some moments where I just want to move the camera around to see Indy's face as he's climbing up something. But there's definitely a lot of scenarios where it still feels really cool, you know, as Indiana Jones. And the punching packs a punch. Like there was one part where this guy was looking out the window, and I was sort of standing behind him, and I had Indy, because you can hold down your attack, either your left or right fist, and I was holding down the right, and then as soon as the guy turned around and faced me, I was like, and knocked him the fuck out. It's so funny, the ragdoll physics as well. Like you'll have a guy sitting on a chair asleep, and you can like pick up objects and just, you know, bash the friggin' shit out of them on the chair and stuff like that. But yeah, there's a lot of fun in it, dude. Like, I'd say too, even if you don't know too much about Indiana Jones, but you do like that kind of like first-person exploration kind of thing. They've done a really good job so far, I've thought. He went, oh my god, oh my god, Syphon Filter. One of your favorite games back in the day? Oh, very cool, Pewin. That's awesome. I'm glad that you're able to catch the stream. It really sucks that you couldn't do the playthrough you wanted with Alien Isolation, but at least you got to have some fun with Indy. That is so true, dude. You know, it was like really annoying. And I was gonna do a music-only run with Evil Within to replace it, but then I remembered I made some notes about what happens when you just have the music on. And unfortunately, there's a separate volume for the like, I think the sound effects and cutscene dialogue is in the same thing or something. I'm like, oh, can't you just keep each audio thing individual? So that's why I was like, oh fuck this, I'm not going to stream anything then. But I had this in the back burner. I definitely was hoping to fit it in, and I thought, well, I can definitely get Syphon Filter in, you know. But yeah, it was like, would have been good to do the music only for Alien Isolation. Eterna, the older Hitman games on the schedule. Well, I actually got the bundle with the older games that was on sale recently on Steam, so I do want to get to them, but they won't be this year though, that's for sure. But I've got them. I don't know which ones won't be, like, because I figured, look, there's probably going to be some that my PC won't be able to handle at all, but hopefully the first two at least can be handled by it. But I don't blame you. You're wondering how the camera works out because it's jumping back and forth between third and first person, doesn't it? It does, dude, yeah. There's no putting indies back against the wall or anything like that. So you can't have sort of like stealth where you put his back against the wall and slowly go along. And it, you know, because otherwise if they did, then it would go in third person. It goes in the third person when you're using your whip to swing across stuff. It also does it when you use your whip to actually just climb up. And you can use zip lines and stuff, and so it goes in the third person when he uses the zip line. But everything else, the attacking with your fists, the attacking with the whip, the shooting with the weapons, and the hitting with the melee stuff, it's all first person. But it's so funny though, because I'm walking in this like chapel, and I've got Indy like looking up at the sky and cracking his whip, and no one does anything. I'm like, hello? This guy is like cracking a whip, like they don't react or anything. There's not like ah or anything like that. It's like, jeez, gotta love ragdoll physics. You've decided to include it in your historical order run as well. Oh, nice, dude. That's good. Yeah, because I think you will enjoy it. I definitely think you'll enjoy it because it does also have information about historical stuff that you explore as well. So I think it'll definitely be good for that playthrough series, but definitely up your alley as well. P1 in the Expo is your favorite mission? Oh, nice. It's interesting how it starts off as a tailing and stealth and don't get detected or don't make too much noise. I actually got past it on the first attempt after 10 years of not playing, and I was actually surprised because I thought, shit, surely I'm gonna mess this up, but nope. But it just wasn't meant to be yesterday. Exactly, dude. Yeah, sometimes that happens though. You just think to yourself, man, this would have been good. So I made a start on downloading some games ahead of next year's playthroughs as well. So I've got them already downloaded. E-Turn, you could even start with Hitman 2. Hitman 1 is ancient lore. Yeah, when I was thinking about that series, I thought I actually wouldn't mind playing right from the very beginning because it is a series that has a lot of reputation with stealth and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'll start with the first one. Alright, so we've picked up the combat shotgun. The overtly heavy recoil of this 12-gauge shotgun is more than compensated for by its unparalleled stopping power and its recoil inertia operation, which is significantly faster than the gas-operated system found in most auto-loading shotguns. It's so funny, Pierre, when just doing like strafe and rolls around the enemy and they're like, where do I shoot? Here, when you'd love to see some taser action. Oh yeah. In the first stream, I showed off what happens if you taser an enemy. It's so funny. K3G4, a popular assault rifle. The K3G4 is commonly armed with Teflon-coated bullets, making it a deadly weapon capable of cutting through most standard-issue flak jackets like a hot knife through butter. How Geralt of you.
Malaka, I'm on fucking fire!
So now you sit here with your 220,000 points, wondering why you watch. Know that he takes to scan all areas while you're too scared and just rush through the area. Oh yeah, yeah. Like trying to remember where enemies spawn in as well. It's like that muscle memory, except with video games. Like I have it with a lot of older Nintendo games that I used to play a lot growing up, like Super Mario World, Legend of Zelda, and Super Castlevania and stuff, where it's like I never stopped playing the game. You know, you can go back and it's like putting on gloves that have always fit no matter how long it's been since you last wore them, you know, things like that as well. But then there's some games where, you know, I've played so many other games now that I can be spoiled for how they are. And then when you go back to some of these games, like, you know, being a big fan of Splinter Cell even, you know, there's just a big, you know, leap between the style of, you know, action stealth that this game is and Splinter Cell is versus Metal Gear Solid, you know, all that kind of stuff as well. Hey there, Raid, welcome on in. Anybody up for some reconciliatory yoga? Anyone? Well, there was a brand of like dessert, Yo-Go, that I used to like to have as a kid. Hey there, Lizzie, welcome. What the heck is this game? This is a game from 1999. Another game that I wanted to celebrate the 25th anniversary of. You play as Gabe Logan, and he's part of this special agency, and there's a virus, which is what the Syphon Filter refers to. That's the name of the virus. And there's like a conspiracy that's going on as well. How's it going, Lizzie? Welcome. Sona, there's been multiple times where the game's music rushed you to complete the area. Don't blame me for feeling that way, because a lot of the music is very sort of like urgent and, you know, very sort of like action. Get in there and get it done, you know.
Leon, I've jacked in. What have you got?
I've got him. They're in the dinosaur exhibit. You can't let her assassinate him, Gabe. Only Fagin knows where the virus is being manufactured.
And only Mara knows where Romer's base is. I'll figure something out.
New York City Expo Center Dinorama. Incoming from Leon. Aramov is interrogating Fagin near the dinosaur exhibit. I'm losing the audio feeds, but she keeps saying something about Syphon Filter. Both Aramov and Fagin have information we need. You must stop Aramov from killing Fagin, but without killing her. Raid viruses and conspiracy, so it's prototype? I guess. Although there's probably a lot of fiction over the decades that has used that as a basis. But yeah, it's some virus that can be genetically coded to actually aim for specific people. Rosie, oh, great voice. Almost snake-like. Yeah! I can't remember the name of the actor. I think is it John Chacon, I think? He voices Gabe for at least the first 3 games. I don't know about the other ones. I can't remember. Really, Lizzie, you were a toddler when this game came out. Yeah. Yeah, I was about 15 years old when this game came out. Sona, just seeing a slowly accurate type of fill in the map makes you happy. Oh, that's good, Sona, yeah. It's been good to get back to this, because I have been wanting to replay this and the 2 sequels. I know there's more than that, but I mean to say, I prefer the PS1 trilogy. So in the future, I will replay this and do 2 and 3 as well. So, Raid, that's literally what the virus and prototype was designed to do. I gotcha, Raid, yeah. I know that the same people, or some of the same people from this game series actually worked on Days Gone. I think there's some references to this franchise in that game as well.
The entrance to the dinosaur exhibit is in the main lobby where the reception was.
How do I get there from here?
I'm not sure. I'll try to see if there's another way down.
Raid, you were about -3 months old when this game came out. It's so funny how quickly time can just go. Sona, thank you so very much for giving the gift sub to Raid. Thank you for doing that, Sona. And Raid, congratulations on getting that gift sub as well. Thanks again, Sona, for that. Muchly appreciated. Pirwin, you must confess, never played the Syphon Filter 3. That one is interesting, Pirwin, because the looks of the characters in the CG FMV sequences drastically changes. Like in Syphon Filter 2, the ending cutscene is redone in the start of Syphon Filter 3, and it's the same dialogue, it's the same camera angles, but the characters look way different. It's like they all had plastic surgery and stuff like that. But in Syphon Filter 3, there's a lot of doing different missions as different characters, like you play as Gabe and Leon, of course, but you also play as a character named Teresa Le Pen, again as well, you know, she's in Syphon Filter 2, but as well. But you also got Lawrence Mojari as well in Syphon Filter 3 that you play as at certain points as well. And it sort of fills in some gaps too. For example, you know at the start of this game where you have Gabe and Leon, and they're like, these are the coordinates that are sent. Well, in Syphon Filter 3, because Gabe is actually recounting past events, you actually get to play the part of the story before that point, for example. You know, so there's a bit of that as well. Coffee, imagine these games don't look very good if you're not viewing them through nostalgia goggles. Well, I think that could be said for a lot of stuff, Coffee. Like, you know, for some people, even something that came out 5 years ago, if someone views it through nostalgia, someone else might say, oh, you're just being nostalgic about it. There's no way that that looks, you know. But for a game from 1999, if you look at the other PlayStation 1 titles of the time, like you had Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation, you had Resident Evil 3, you know, very different kinds of PlayStation games, but the way that the graphics were, the way that things looked when there was motion, you know, the way the textures looked when a character was looking at them from one angle versus moving the character and the camera, you know, and all that kind of stuff, where you see certain PlayStation 1-isms and stuff in the graphics as well, you know. So there's so many different factors, you know, like, and I think feeling nostalgic for stuff is okay, you know. Like, there's definitely a lot of stuff that changes over time, and your perception of it can change. Like, I've had stuff that I watched as a kid, and I look at it now and I'm like, this is terrible. But as a kid, I didn't have the awareness to look at something and go, oh, look at the quality of the acting, or the quality of the, you know, there was just no concept of that. It was just, that's what it was, you know, and experiencing it raw and just unfiltered, you know, and all that kind of stuff as well. And there's definitely games where, you know, it's nostalgic to revisit them, but knowing that compared to some other games, you know, and you got like the old school Resident Evils, for example. Like, some people just can't stand the controls, so they don't play the game, which is understandable, you know. But this is the one constant thing. This was 25 years ago, right? Wait until things that came out within the last few years that people really like, wait until 25 years has passed again. You know, there's always going to be other things that come out later that do better and are better, but there's also going to be others that aren't, you know, and all that kind of stuff as well. But I think the graphics for a PlayStation 1 title, I think they look really good. The system had been out for a few years by that point, so the devs were more familiar with it and all that kind of stuff. It's got a great soundtrack rate. Yeah, I was going to actually start, I still have it in the description that appears every so often, but I decided not to worry about doing the whole music thing because there's just, you know, I talked over some music before that I wasn't expecting to actually be there, you know, and it kind of soured me on doing that. But I've done enough music-focused stuff, you know, for a while. So now with the gifted subs, it's the luck of the draw, so if it feels like you've been left out, don't fret, the dice never remembers. Well, that's true, Sony. Yeah, I think it's fairer that way, you know. I mean, obviously you can specifically, you know, do sort of certain things, but not all the time, you know. But even someone just lurking is appreciated anyway, so it's not a prerequisite to enjoy the content that you have to, you know, subscribe or gift subs or anything like that. But it's definitely appreciated, and it's good to acknowledge all sorts of like support, I feel. But I've talked about this multiple times before. Hey there, Maxi. It's going good, thank you, dude. Things have been going well. Just trying to stay cool, though. I said earlier I got a pedestal fan in the distance. I got 2 USB fans at my feet. Both on an angle shooting up at me. Trying to make sure that it doesn't come through on the microphone on my headset and stuff. But yeah, it's going pretty well. It's good to get to this game. I've been wanting to play it for a very long time. How's things going with you, dude? Sona, a comment or subscribe is appreciated but not required. Exactly, Sona. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Maxi, it was actually about 32 degrees during the day, which is definitely hot, like degrees Celsius, but it can get hotter. It can get to like 36 and 37 and, you know, even 40 as well.
You're on top of the lobby now, but I can't find anything in the blueprints that show a way down.
I'll improvise.
That's right, I forgot. You need to do this. Sona, you've been given, so you wanted to give back. Exactly, Sona. It's definitely good to do so if you can. Yeah, Puin, yeah, sometimes it can get to that. Damn, do you see any snow there? I mean, depending on where you are, you definitely can. Like, there's some, you know, places in Australia where you can get snow. Max is going good, thanks. Started your 2 weeks off yesterday, so I was glad to get some off Valhalla done. Have about 5 arcs left. Very nice, dude. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome that your 2 weeks off has started. I hope it goes real slow, because it's going to be good for you to, you know, be able to take a break and relax as well when you need, and all that. So, and that's good progress too, as well. I still wish there were some story arcs that were optional. Especially the one where you have, like, this alderman who is married to this French lady, and she wants to get away and go back to France. She doesn't like her husband. Her husband doesn't like her and wants to get back with his long-lost love. And you got the Elric, who thinks that his sister is his sister, but it turns out that his sister was actually his mother, and, you know, and all that kind of stuff. And he's like, let's go hunt boar. And the whole time he's complaining about how you're not doing anything, even though you're the only one doing anything. That story arc, if that could be optional, that's one that I would actually choose to not do. Cheers, dude. Yep, gonna sleep a lot less. Yeah, that's the thing too. So now, what you appreciate is that your voice does not scream at the top of your lungs. Yeah, that's true. I mean, there might be some every once in a while, like, where it might, but yeah, generally speaking, not really. But yeah, the floor is lava challenge for Syndicate. There's a lot of raging in that. Actually, yeah, some of the arcs are bad. You heard Nottinghamshire is really bad. Oh yeah. Like, and this is something that's in Mirage as well as Valhalla, and it was started in Odyssey. The pacing for the storytelling now is very, very drawn out and slow. It can be fast sometimes, but overall it's a really slow, drawn out process. Especially the way that they divvy up the story into chunks of quests and stuff. Like Odyssey began the whole, go and do this, meet this character. Characters like, hey, here's 3 things I want you to do. You go and do the 3 things, and then you go back, and it's like, oh wait, something new has happened. Now you need to go and see this person. Then you see that person. Here, I've got 3 things I want you to... It's just like, ugh. Like, the pacing in the other Assassin's Creed games is done really well, because it's not like you've got 3 different missions within one mission kind of thing. It's just like, just tell your story in a way that doesn't feel like it's being drawn out. So no, Stan, makes sense, it has the word snot in it. Hey there, Stan. Maxi, yeah, Valhalla's just too long for you. I don't blame you, dude. It really is, you know. New Game Plus would have come in handy a lot as well. Then you're also doing a playthrough for the story and not getting every single collectible, etc. That's a good way to do it, Stan, as well, you know. And you might get to certain story quests where you are like, I'm going to choose the option that's the least amount of work to get done, you know. Afra, please tell me we're not a Secret Service agent trying to save the presidents. Okay, I'll tell you that we are not a Secret Service agent trying to save the president. There you go. But no, we're not trying to save the president. Actually, I hate to admit it, but you missed the Malacca. Malacca, Malacca, Malacca. You can get a bit of Malacca back into Valhalla. You do the crossover quest with Cassandra. Stan, you did Island DLC, got some skill points for the skills you care about, got the strong weapon from DLC, and it's more than enough to complete the entire game. Oh yeah, Stan. Yeah, I don't think it'll take you like, 200 hours. That's for sure. Afra, but we are a Secret Service agent. Kinda, like, Gabe is just dressed this way for this mission, but, similar kind of thing, In this game, the agency is just called the agency, and it doesn't have any sort of, like, actual name beside the agency. The amount of shooter games you had on the PS2 with the same plot is crazy. Oh, yeah. It's sort of like, we need that as the plot. It's like, can we come up with something different? No, this has to be the plot.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
You have to the count of 10 to tell me.
Please, don't.
Gabe, we needed Mara alive.
Like how Gabe just stands there looking left and looking right. Yeah, too, when it's like, oops, Gabe, what are you doing? That's right, Piran, yep. Yeah, Afro 1999. The PS1 trilogy, I'd like to see it get the remaster treatment the same way that Legacy of Kain and Tomb Raider has. But the same people might not work on it to make it the same because Legacy of Kain and Tomb Raider are owned by the same company. So that makes sense that they'd get the same people to do it. But the way in which those remasters are done, where you still have the option to play with the old graphics, but you have the new ones as well, I think that'd be cool to have on this.
Tell me where the virus labs are.
I don't know.
Tell me, or I will kill you.
I can't tell you. Don't kill me.
There goes Fagin. Is Mara still alive?
Yes. Now to get some answers.
Hurry, more security is on its way.
He turned that voice acting. Oh no, don't kill me. Please God, no, don't, no. Oh no, please don't. After top tier.
Leon, send in an evac. We'll have to patch her up before we can get any information out of her.
Copy. On their way.
This could be some Mortal Kombat stage music as well. Get over here! Come here! You suck! Ha 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 ha! You weak, pathetic fool! Rozovka, Kazakhstan, Roma's base, incoming from Markinson. I know that this type of military operation is usually carried out by our agents within the army ranges, but for obvious reasons I am assigning it to you. Find and inventory the base's missile arsenal, plant C4 charges at key locations, and eliminate Gabrek, the base CO. You will also have to disable the base's anti-aircraft radar dish before Lian can initiate evac. Once your explosives are set, you will only have a limited amount of time for pickup. Dun dun da! Oh no.
I've discovered why every mission in this investigation has been compromised. The agency had a leak. At the top.
Benton, of course.
You knew?
You were valuable to me, Logan, but you are not briefed on all of the agency's activities. I've known for some time that Benton was playing both sides.
How many missions did you send us on knowing that Benton could have gotten us killed?
We do what it takes, Logan. All of us.
Get her off the floor.
What else did you find out?
We downloaded several data files from Fagan's computers. It'll take a while before intelligence can crack Farcom's encryption codes, but Fagan must have a lab somewhere that's manufacturing this virus.
Fagan has disappeared. Interpol hasn't been able to turn up a trace of him yet, and there's still no sign of Romer.
Romer is operating out of an old Soviet base in northern Kazakhstan. Our spy satellites have pinpointed the exact location of his compound. The State Department must be able to tell the Kazakhstan government that the United States had nothing to do with the operation. Your chopper will put you down 1 mile outside the base, just beyond the range of their long-range radar. Hopefully the blizzard will mask your approach. You will have to infiltrate on foot and disable their short-range anti-aircraft guidance radar before evac.
Those look like long-range SS-23s.
Yes, they're the reason I'm sending you. Before you set the timer, you need to find their missile stockpiles and retrieve the launch codes. We want to find out where he is getting them. You will be carrying several C4 charges, which you will plant on these fuel tanks. That should be enough explosive to take out whatever arms he is stockpiling. This is Vladislav Gabrek, Romer's base commander. He is personally in charge of security.
Contingency plan?
If you fail, we'll have another chopper standing by 2 clicks south.
If I find Romer,
eliminate him.
I'm on my way in.
Radio traffic shows a yellow alert status. Be careful to avoid their patrols. If the base goes on alert, you won't have much time to complete your objectives.
Check. Damn it!
Everyone, oh no, you remember this mission, you hate it. Yeah, this mission can be friggin' tricky. And the way that this mission is done, and when you get to the chopper fight at the end, you think, oh, this must be the end of the game, and the game's like, no. Rosie G, man. Absolutely. Plenty of, that's a G, man. Wonder where the ABC2H2G man is. Hey Lucinda, good morning. Welcome, how's it going today? Syphon Filter, huh? You've heard many people mention this game, but you've never seen it. Yeah, this was another one of those games that was my early purchases for the PlayStation 1 back in the day. And it was sort of like competing, of course, with Metal Gear Solid, which came out the year before. But this first entry and some of the parts of the levels, it's been interesting to replay it after 10 years, because that's the last time I played it. And then before then, it was 10-year gap between playthroughs as well. But we're up to this mission here, which has stealth. This one, though, if you get detected, the whole base goes on alert, but you don't get game over. You just have to put up with that, or restart the mission, or reload your checkpoint. But there was a tailing mission at the start of the previous level. We had to sneak around and all that kind of stuff. So there are those sorts of moments in the game as well. Hello to you and everyone. I wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Ho, 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 ho. Hey there, Weevil. Thank you so very much for redeeming that as an Arnie impression. Hello to you as well, and I hope that you have a great Christmas too. Rosie, but can you do Arnie doing Santa? Arnie is Santa. Okay, who's been naughty and who's been nice? You, over there. What have you done today? I tied my shoelaces. Good. Good. You've been good. Tying your shoelaces is good because you don't want to trip over. You could trip and hurt yourself, but you could hurt him or that little kid there. So be careful. Okay, you get the present. You, over there, what did you do? I kinda got my neighbor fired by cannonball. You've been naughty then. You get nothing. Get out of here. Watch out. Get away. I'll throw a charcoal at you. Yeah. Okay. We've sorted out who's been naughty and who's been nice. Goodbye. And remember, next year, I'll be back. Anyway. Bit of improvisation there. Listen, you're doing alright, gearing up for what you think is going to be a very busy day. Half of your phone staff will be off-site and the other person you work with might be sick again today. That is really, really unfortunate. You know, these things that, you know, just get out of your control that you can't do anything about, except just, you know, get in there and do as well. Hopefully it won't end up being as busy as you're expecting, but if it is, I hope that the time goes quickly and not slowly. Hey there, Keone. Thanks for the welcome back. How's things going? Weevil, well done, Rod. Love it. Thanks, Weevil. Thank you. Keone, tie your shoelace. Weevil had to clear the throat after all that. I did. Yeah. It's funny, because doing his impression versus like the Golem one, it doesn't really do as much on the voice, but it depends on what I'm saying and how long and all that kind of stuff.
I've discovered why every mission Right.
Okay, so we picked up some gas grenades. Primarily used as a stealth weapon against multiple targets, this grenade releases trace amounts of Syphon nerve gas into the air. The gas quickly dissipates, but not before rendering victims unconscious. If no antidote is administered, death follows within 15 minutes. C4 explosives. These incendiary blocks are made of a putty-like material which can be molded to the user's liking. The C4 explosive putty is then wired to a fuse and a friction igniter, allowing the user to detonate the explosive from a distant or protected position. I did try one time, Lucinda, to stream this when it was the PlayStation 5 backwards compatible version, but I just didn't like how it felt, and there was something weird with the buttons and controllers and stuff. So in my frustration, I was like, ah, fuck it. And that was last year, I think, sometime from memory. So I've wanted to actually stream it and the 2 sequels on PS1. There's more than that in the series, but the 4th one on the PS2, they did this kind of thing where it's like there's a whole new team of people that is set up, and the characters that were in the first 3 are kind of more like just the leaders, and all that kind of stuff. And then there were 2 for the PlayStation Portable, and only one of them actually got ported to the PS2. So I played one of those ones, and it was okay, but it just didn't feel the same as these first 3. Rosie, this era is gold for cheese. It is indeed. Yeah, that's a good point. There's definitely a lot of cheesiness in these games. PK-102, a variant of the popular Vokinselak system, one of the most widely used and modified designs in the world. The PK-102 is a compact, lightweight, full assault rifle that is easy to conceal, making it a popular choice for terrorists.
I found a fuel tank.
You want to say that louder, Gabe? Rosie, aka an AK-47. Hey there, Zakid. We didn't infringe on your copyright. Plausible deniability. That's so true. It's okay. They don't speak good English on the base, so they don't know. Yeah, they're sort of they just go, oh yeah, must just be someone's radio or something. Hey there, Absolution. Welcome. BB gun. Pirwin mission failed. It's like, Gabe, you're too loud. Supposed to be Secret Agent Man.
Damn it! Check. I found a fuel tank.
Zakid, timepiece, those emblems. It did feel a lot more fair than Metal Gear Solid or Splinter Cell. You find the manual aiming a bit janky, but that's more because analog sticks weren't around back then. That is true. Yeah, getting the handle on that and getting faster at it as well. You sort of get to that point where you try and judge the distance of your strafe while aiming in first person, you know. E-Tone, this game really was innovative for the time. Look at the stealth. Yeah, that's true, you know. That's why I felt when I first played Splinter Cell, after having played Syphon Filter 1, 2, and 3 heaps of times, it was like Splinter Cell felt like the true kind of like successor to the Syphon Filter style, you know. Splinter Cell obviously is way more specific about its stealth, whereas this is sort of like, here's one mission where you have to be stealthy, here's a part of this mission where you need to be stealthy, plus there's missions where it doesn't matter, you can just be all out combat, you know, things like that.
I've planted the first explosive.
Zakid, the R1 lock-on was the compensation for the manual aiming. It's really cool though, I love that, and it's cool that it gives you an indicator to let you know when you're going to be starting to actually do damage to them when shooting them. And I also like how there's a danger meter for you to give you a bit of an idea of when an enemy that's shooting at you is going to start to hit you as well. Rosie, Sam Fisher could learn a thing or two from this guy. He well and truly could. Yeah, you're not wrong there. Although, I don't know, Gabe versus Sam. I feel like, as much as I did like Gabe a lot, I think I prefer Sam. Zakid, Splinter Cell, you're basically immune to being spotted in the dark. That is true. You know, you had to be very careful of that as well. E-Tone, yeah, Splinter Cell perfected stealth. Chaos Theory was peak. It well and truly was. Yeah, Chaos Theory is still my favourite Splinter Cell game. It really was a big leap in the approaches to stealth as well. And it was really cool to give you an option at the start, what kind of loadout you wanted. And that would dictate how much ammo of a certain thing you would have too as well. You know, but if you wanted to, you could go guns blazing, but you had to make sure you had the right loadout, i.e. the combat loadout, you know, before the mission started, to help you out a bit there. Yeah, Lucinda. I forgot I still had that other Splinter Cell Sam Fisher one active. Keone, when did this game came out? In 1999. And on the PS1 there were 2 sequels. I was saying before, Lucinda, I actually started playing the Indiana Jones game yesterday. Because of everything that went wrong with the stream plans, I was like, eh, fuck it. I'll start Indiana Jones. Start my playthrough. And I've been enjoying it. I haven't done much of the story. That's because I've been doing the side stuff. It's really engrossing, the side content and all that kind of stuff. Rosie, ooh, what'd you think? Lucinda, nice. How are you enjoying it so far? yeah, I really like it so far. At this stage, it's definitely one I want to purchase. Having said that though, probably not at full price. So when it comes out on PS5 next year, I might also then wait for a sale. But you never know, it could come out on PS Plus after that. I'm not too sure, but I'm enjoying it so far, and I think it's a game that, like, you don't have to have seen any of the movies to appreciate it or understand it. And I mean, there are times where it really feels like Skyrim, which is natural because obviously it's Bethesda. But it's just so fun sneaking around, and especially when you have an enemy who's asleep and you decide to like completely wreck the chair while they're on it and knock them out at the same time. I was saying earlier to Crooked that there was an enemy that was looking out the window and leaning out, and I stood behind them in wait, and I was holding down the right punch button and waiting for the right time, and as soon as the guy turned around and looked at Indy, I was like, release, and then whack, knocked him the fuck out. So it's quite fun in that respect as well. And if you like first-person games that have stealth in them, then the stealth is pretty interesting. Like, the indicator's pretty simple though. Like, in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see an eye. Similar to the eye in Skyrim, actually, to let you know that, well, in this case, it lets you know that, yeah, someone's actually looking at you and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot of really cool things. There's disguises that you can wear, and you get adventure points which can unlock certain abilities and all that kind of stuff. And you can pick up a lot of different weapons, like you can pick up umbrellas, you can pick up hammers, you can pick up like shovels and all these sorts of things as well. And I've had so many moments where there was like 10 enemies with their fists up to fight me because I got alerted, or I was pinching something and they all saw me. And some of them have billy clubs as well and come after you. Rosie, yeah, you've just been playing Priest Indiana Jones so far. Yeah, me too, actually, Rosie. That's what I've been doing. Like, I've hardly ever gone into... I haven't done much of the main story, actually. Listen, that sounds awesome. You just checked and it's $70 on Steam, so it's got to be like $130 in Australia. Thankfully, not that much, but just $20 off from that. It's about $110 as well. But yeah, I think you might like it, Lucinda, too, because, like, you're familiar with, Bethesda's first-person, like, stealth and all that kind of stuff as well. And, you got, like, your counter, like, when an enemy's punching you, as long as it's, like, a light attack, you can do sort of, like, a counter move. It's not automatic, though, so when you do the counter, it doesn't automatically, hit them. But that's good, too, and you can block, hold it down. There is a stamina meter as well, and you use stamina for when you're actually punching and carrying dead bodies or knocked out bodies, and all that kind of stuff, and when climbing pipes and things. But so far I haven't found it to the point where the loss of stamina is annoying to the point of wrecking what you're trying to do. Kion, is this like the Hitman games? Not necessarily, no. There aren't disguises that you can get and different approaches to how you do stuff. Rosie is a bit like them. Disguises, stealth, immersive sim elements. That's right, yeah, the Indiana Jones game is very much like that. Lucinda, yeah, absolutely. You added it to your wish list to watch for a sale. Oh, nice, Lucinda, cool. Yeah, Crooked told me that he added it to his historical order run as well.
Gabe, intelligence briefings show the bunkers are guarded by motion sensors. You'll have to cut their power to get in.
Where's the substation?
A half-click southeast from your present position. Check your sat map.
There we go. Wanted to make sure that there were no enemies there before getting the checkpoint. Code so far, you think it's almost most expensive single game you've seen so far. Couple of collections somewhere around 200 to 350 range in Steam. Or as they tag it, a bundle. Yeah, that's a lot. You know, having those big collections, like, fuck that. Only $70 for mediocre games. Yeah, well, that's it. You know, like, it's good to hang back. You know, if there's any games that you think look good enough that you want to play, but not good enough to be like, you know, full price, then it's definitely best to just wait. Even if the aspects of the game that you do like the look of make you want to actually get it, you know, despite that. You know, because some people, and I've done this myself too, where I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just get it now, you know, that kind of thing. But as much as I can, I do try to just hold off and be like, no, I'll just wait. Rosie, it's your game of the year so far, but whatever. Oh, that's nice. That's cool, Rosie. Yeah, I really am enjoying the game. I wasn't sure what to expect. I'm not the biggest fan of the first person part of Indiana Jones. However, having said that though, it's not enough for me to write the game off. And it is quite funny to see the enemies up close in first person, especially when you get like right in their face. And especially when you get the camera and you take a photo and you aim at them with the camera and you zoom all the way in until you see up their nostrils, you know, stuff like that. I've done that a few times. I'm just like, I can see up your nostrils. Listen, yeah, sounds like it's a great game for 70. You've seen crappier games for the same, and it makes you wonder, why are you charging this much for this? Like, like just own if your game isn't like, high quality. Just own it and be like, right, we'll sell it at this price. You're getting GTA 6 day one. I won't be, no. The last time I actually got a GTA game day one was San Andreas for the PS2, but all the other games in the series I've gotten, after the launch date. Code will check, there are quite the bundles, 2,000 euros for 160 games bundle, or like 2 game bundles for 400 euros. Oh man. You got to watch for that stuff too, because if you looked at some of that individually and took out what you don't like and just looked at how much individually some of that stuff cost, you'd be paying way less. Like I've had it too, that there's been a sale for the game and the DLC included, and then I looked at the individual prices for the DLC, and I was like, you bastards! If I just get the individual DLCs I want, it's going to be less than the sale price you've got for the game and the DLC. So you've got to be careful. Rosie is selling terribly so far, unfortunately. Yeah, I think a lot of that is to do with the Game Pass side of things as well. Because people who, like myself, like I wanted to play it, but I wanted to not spend $110 on it to find out what I felt about it. So with Game Pass, it's $22.95 is how much I paid for it, really. Only trick marketing these days. Yeah, you gotta be careful, It's like when you go to the supermarket and they say, you can get 2 for this much. And then you look at the individual prices, and normally, individually, 2 of those things is actually cheaper than the sale price. And you're like, yeah. Okay, yeah, when you got Sniper Elite 5, the mass bundle was 3 times the price. Bloody hell. That's a lot. Zakid, that's why you play your old PS2, PS3 collection still mostly. It's good to do too. Take advantage of it, while you still have those copies and they still work and all that kind of stuff. There's definitely been some games where I'm like, oh, the physical copy I had doesn't work anymore. Thank you, Dobledore, for the follow. How's things going? I had him too close to the side where his arm was. Zakid, you emulate. You can use the CD drive to rip your games onto HDD if you mod the PS2. You don't know how you'd use that same thing for the PS3. You've not looked into soft modding PS3s. You've got an NTSC Day 1 backwards compat. The Check 1 model. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's interesting too how emulation has been used for backwards compatible stuff. Kieran, you had your 360 for 11 years, but unfortunately gave out this year. You had Wolverine Origins, which is hard to find these days. Sorry to hear about that, Kieran. I've had that happen with my PS2. And that was actually a good game. That was a case where the game based on the movie was way better than the movie. Zaki, grenades are wonky in Syphon Filter 1 and 2. This is true. They are. Few and damn. This time I'll actually stand a bit further away.
Malaka, I'm on fucking fire.
No, 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 put it out. Code, the 360 servers probably went, it's time to stop the support like the rest, forced upgrade time. That's true, Code, yeah. Yeah, that can be frustrating as well when that happens. Rosie, as Abandonware, PC version anyway, you're playing it this fall. Oh, okay, yeah, so, Zaki, Checker is full hardware emulation. Check B is software emulation, like 99% compatible with PS2 library. And Check C stopped any backwards. Might be a hot take, but you have pro emulation for systems that are no longer available for sale, or have been off the shelves for years at this point. Yeah, and that's totally fair too, as well. You know, if there's any way to preserve it and keep it alive, it's definitely good to have those avenues. Keone, that was a great game. Rosie, Jesus Rod, what are you doing to this man? He looked cold. Just wanted to warm him up. Yeah, Lucinda. It's so funny, like... And it's just infinite. You can just hold that down for as long as you want to. Zaki, crispy fried soldier. I know, right? CFS. Listen to Malaka. Okay, and it's good for you to warm them. It really is. Gabe's just being very, very, very courteous. Hello, Gorky. How's things today? Oh, that's great, Gorky. Glad to hear that.
I found the power to the motion sensors. I'm heading over to the bunkers now. That's the last explosive. I'll trigger the timer once I'm on the roof and have disabled their radar.
Copy.
Zakid, your favorite part is how you're being slow and methodical. Most people just think they're Rambo here. And that's the great thing about this particular mission is the game lets you, if you want to, you can just be like, oh, and alarms going off and everyone's like, get him, get him. Keone, was there an Arnie versus Rambo film? Well, officially, there wasn't really any movie where Arnie and Sylvester Stallone were in the movie together and were enemies and fought each other. However, there is a movie where they do fight each other, but it's part of a plan to get thrown into a special part of a prison. There's a movie, I think they did 3 of them actually, called Escape Plan. And there's a scene in Escape Plan 1 where Arnie's character and Stallone's character have a fist fight, but only to make sure that he can get put in, Stallone's character can get put into a special part of the prison to test to see, if he can get out from there as well. I think there's a part where Arnie's like, my grandmother hits harder than you, or something like that as well. But there is a fan-done Arnie versus Rambo movie series where the person has taken clips from Arnie's movies like Commando and Predator and taken clips from the Rambo movies and put them together and taken them out of the environments and putting them into a completely different one and stuff like that. I think it's AMDS Films, I think, has done a lot of stuff with that too. Lucky the Expendables is the closest, but they're bros. That's true, yeah. Yeah, they're allies in that one. Pee-Win, you hope the next game will be Syphon Filter 2. It won't be Pee-Win, no. Yeah, I just wanted to get this game in the schedule for its 25th anniversary. But I do want to do a playthrough in the future of the trilogy on PS1. But that'll likely be next year though. So it won't be like, it won't be years from now. But it won't be like this year. Yeah, and Expendables was funny. It definitely had some funny parts. I think my favorite, I haven't seen all of them, but my favorite one out of the first 2 was the second one, I think. Rosie, who won? The fight? Well, I don't think anyone did. Because the guards broke it up and then put Thingo in a different part. Zakid, this year, all 14 days left. That's true, Zakid, yep. I still have some games up my sleeve to get done before the year ends.
Damn it!
Exactly, Zakid, that's right. Yeah, if you're not doing like a stealth challenge, even if you get alerted there, you'll still be like fine because it starts off next alerted. Kind of a cop-out, not going to lie, punished. That's true. Right at the end there, I was like, yeah, fuck it. Rosie, though, you guess neither would allow the other to win, even fictionally. Yeah, that'd be the other point, too, as well. Like, Freddy versus Jason, for example. There's no real winner in that movie because Freddy's still alive at the end, and Jason is too. So, you have that. Ash, from the Evil Dead movies, New Line Cinema, who had owned A Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Evil Dead, were like, we want to do a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. And Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi were like, well, if we're going to do it, then Ash is going to kill Freddy and Jason. And then apparently they were like, oh, no, actually, no, we don't want to do Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. They didn't want to do a movie where Ash defeated definitively, or they get brought back anyway, like Freddy and Jason. But I mean to say, have the movie end with Ash actually killing Freddy and Jason. But they were like, no. And so they were like, no. But I think they did a comic book of it, but I'm not too sure. Zeki, it could be the Rock level of petty where his movie contracts force him to never lose a fight. Makes me think of Steven Seagal, where he doesn't like to play a character that has any weaknesses. He likes to play characters that are perfect, essentially. Plus, he also likes to change his accent depending on what movie he's doing too, as well. And not just in the movie, but doing press for the movie too. Like if he was doing a movie where he played a southerner with a twang in his voice, he'd also do interviews with that as well. You know, if he was doing like an Italian accent, he'd do that in interviews too. Only Mike Myers versus Jason would be cinema. Chucky versus Leprechaun. Yeah, that would be a bit of an even playing field, having Chucky versus Leprechaun. Rozovka, Kazakhstan. Base bunker. Incoming from Lian. Gabe, all the explosive charges you set are primed and ready for detonation. All you have to do now is catalog the SS-23s and get to the roof. As you check each one, I'll be transmitting the firing codes to HQ, so keep your channel open. Entering the bunker triggered a silent alarm. The base is on alert now, so you're not going to be able to get back to the surface the way you came. Satellite photos indicate that there's a freight elevator on the roof, and it's likely connected to the bunker. That's your exit strategy.
Leon, I'm in the bunker. I'll catalog the missiles and then head for the elevator to the roof. Get ready for data transmission. Leon, I'm in the bunker. Check.
That's absolutely no worries at all, Lucinda. I really hope that work goes well for you. Definitely since you've got like a busy day ahead as well. Thank you so much for popping in before going to work too. I really hope you have a good one. And thank you, I definitely will. I'll be streaming for a little bit longer. This stream will probably go for like another half an hour maybe. But thank you for being here, Lucinda. Would like to definitely recommend people check out Lucinda's channel if you haven't come across her content before. Lucinda is doing a playthrough of the Resident Evil series at the moment. A big fan of that franchise. Did Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1 Original, which for that game was her first playthrough of it. Resident Evil 1 Remake, the original Resident Evil 2, and now up to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Also a fan of the Dishonored series, as well as Evil Within, The Last of Us, and Bioshock, and many more. So definitely recommend, and also has some really cool raccoon themed emotes as well. Some static ones, but also some really awesome animated ones too, as well. And that's all good for the shout out, Lucinda, no problemo at all. Thank you for being here, hope you have a good one, definitely catch you again soon.
I've got the first firing code. As soon as I get the rest, I'll be heading up to the radar tower on the roof. Stand by.
I'm intercepting more radio traffic. They're starting to patrol the perimeter. If they spot me, I'll have to dust off.
Copy.
Fire. Damaging that missile could set it off.
Kearney, so this is where Apple got the alarm sound from? Oh, really? Yeah, it's a noise I didn't recognize as that.
I've got the last code. I'm gonna try to find a way up to the radar tower on the roof. Get ready to lift off.
I'm ready.
Leon, I found the elevator to the roof. Get ready to dust off.
Gabe, the force is crawling the controls.
Rozovka, Kazakhstan. Base tower. Incoming from Leon. Romer's patrols have discovered my location and I'm coming under heavy fire. You better disable that radar soon or I won't be able to dust off. Its control panel should be somewhere at its base. I'm having Markinson's team stand by in case something happens. Hurry, Gabe.
Leon, I'm on the roof. Get ready for evac. Leon, I've triggered the timer and disabled the radar. I'm ready for pickup.
I read you. ETA 4,
Leon?
Rip out all of these controls.
Leon!
Logan, I'm afraid she won't be giving you a ride.
Romer.
But don't worry. I was kind enough to send one of my choppers.
Dr. Darling. Leon? Does this game have an A to 2? No, Dr. Darling. No. Leanne. Leon. L-I-A-N. Leon Singh. Welcome back, Mita.
Markinson, Leon's been killed. I need that chopper evac now. In 10 minutes, this place is gonna be a crater.
Fight your way to the main gate. We'll pick you up there.
Dr. Darling, you're trying to stay away from screens all day to protect your eye. Definitely don't blame you, dude. Definitely got to do what you need to do as well. Pewin, wait, how do you destroy the helicopter? Just by shooting at it, pretty much. Wherever you can. Yeah, Zakid was just concentrating. Yeah, I don't talk constantly when I'm streaming. Sometimes I'll just go mute because I got nothing to say, and other times I'll go mute because I'm eating. But yeah, I wanted to concentrate and get it done. Bring down the chopper. Thank you for redeeming that, Dr. Darling. Nice play on the get to the chopper. Zakid, so 80s, taking out a high D with a shotgun. I know, right? That would happen in real life, right? People would take out by a shotgun. It needs anti-air missiles or guns. That's true. And me too, you can relate to that, lol. Yeah. Sometimes it's just like, right, we'll be here all night otherwise. Oh, sometimes you don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm like that too in Meta as well, you know. Like, I can't just make up gibberish or nonsense stuff, like, because the problem is, I'll just get into the territory of, now I'm going to go left, now I'm going to shoot this thing, now I'm going to pick this thing up. And I don't like giving running commentary on things that I'm doing, unless I'm explaining a tactic or I'm sort of like going through certain details and stuff, you know. Rozovka, Kazakhstan. Base escape, incoming from Markinson. The timers on the explosive you planted have been triggered. When they go off, it will leave a crater a mile wide. Our chopper will pick you up at the main gate, if you get here in time. Our window for escaping Ground Zero is short, so you'd better hurry. I've sent a team to Leon's rendezvous point. They found nothing but a burning pile of debris. Roma will pay dearly, soon enough. Zakid, that grenade boy is a fucking unit. I know, right? They're cunning too, because sometimes you can not see them actually throw the damn thing. Because it's not like they're going, I'm gonna kill you! And then throw the grenade. They're just like, throw! This is music that you might also hear in a Metroid game. Uzhhorod, Ukraine, Roma's stronghold, incoming from Markinson. You have to find your way down to the catacombs, where Fagin is being held. Eliminate any Farcom scientists you find on the way. I want to shut down this entire operation. Our labs have prepared an antigen which fights the effects of the virus. You must stop and administer it to any human test subjects you find. The agency needs these subjects alive, so do everything in your power to ensure their safety. Keone, what's your favorite Metroid game? I haven't played all of the games, but out of the ones I have played, which is Metroid, Metroid 2 Return of Samus, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime 1 and 2, I'd probably have to say Super Metroid is still my favorite one as well. I just have a lot of really good memories of playing that game for the first time, and it was such a great, entry in the series, and that opening part, exploring that whole sort of like area that doesn't have anything happening, and then Ridley attacks at the end, and then having to get out before it blows up, all that kind of stuff. There's just so much stuff in it that's great. Zakid, Uzhhorod ironically isn't the Ukrainian city with the sprawling underground catacombs, it's Odessa, and Kiev Dnipro have a lot of metro and tunnels. So they kind of just were like, we'll just say it's also part of this as well. Uzhhorod has a lot of castles because pre-World War I it was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, but the Soviets claimed the land post-war. Okay. Yeah, because I hadn't heard about that before. Like, there's so much stuff in history that has happened, and so many different players that have been involved.
My God. Syphon Filter.
Yes, it's quite remarkable. A virus genetically programmable to eliminate anyone or anything. Imagine a weapon that could target specific demographics, ethnic groups, that could wipe out whole continents, except for those chosen to survive.
The outbreaks we've been tracking.
Tests, evidently. We've traced Fagin to this abandoned cathedral. According to Mara, this is Romer's stronghold, a place where he keeps prisoners. Undesirables. Alec Kabanoff runs the site for Romer. It kept Fagin supplied with human test subjects for various forms of the virus. Now Fagin is being held prisoner himself, probably somewhere in the catacombs.
Has Interpol found any trace of Mara?
Since her escape, she has left a trail of dead bodies from our lab to Eastern Europe. Now, she has vanished. There is also no sign of Romer. The destruction of his base has driven his entire organization underground. We have found and destroyed all Farcom labs involved in the production of the virus, but we could not find the computers they were using for the viral DNA sequencing. You have to get their location from Fagin. Your team...
I don't want a replacement for Leon.
You don't get one. I'll be taking you into the strike zone myself.
Our labs have been able to synthesize a very small amount of vaccine. Give one shot to any test subjects you find. Radio me as soon as you find Fagin.
Okay, let's do it.
One more thing. You are directed to eliminate any of Romer's medical personnel that get in the way.
Copy. I'll let you know when I found my way down to the ground level.
Zakid, you're from Uzhhorod is super far west, like it borders the country basically. You're from northern Ukraine, so you've been there a few times. No helicopter is fitted with a swivel chair and monitors. What is that, a luxury G7 chopper? I see, so it's super far west, borders the country. That'd be interesting too, seeing something IRL and then seeing different things try to kind of like adapt it. I mean, obviously with a video game around this time, it was very sort of like difficult to get entirely accurate depictions of stuff, but still, it's interesting to sort of like see the differences. But yeah, it's so funny, it's just like One of his got like a bar fridge on the chopper and like his own like you know, his own chef, you know, all this time of stuff. Hey there, Oliver. How's it going? Welcome on in.
I found the first group of patients. I'm going to administer the vaccine, but I don't know if they're going to make it.
As soon as you have the site locked down, I'll order in medevac.
Help me. Oh.
Oliver, you sound sleepy, Rod. Oh, do I? Yeah. Yeah, I got about 4 hours sleep last night, but I'll still be up because I'm rebellious like that. Look, he used to go into streams in 2020 and 2021 and make comparisons to vid. It was hilarious trying to fit the state of the world into this game. Yeah, I mean, the sort of like the whole viral thing and, you know, all that kind of stuff. All the sort of like scientists in this level and what they're working on and stuff.
Save me.
Oliver Riprod. Yeah, off stream I was playing the Indiana Jones game. And when I finished my session I looked at the time and I was like, oh, not the time as in like my time, because I wasn't surprised that it was like 4:30 AM, but I looked at how long I'd been streaming it, not streaming, I looked at how long I'd been playing the game for so far and it was 5 hours. I'm like, damn, that 5 hours went by quick. I haven't even gone that far into the main story. I've just been going around exploring, doing the side content. Because the side content's really got my interest, so I'm just like, I'll just go around and explore, and oh, there's a side quest here, this is cool, this is interesting. Let's do this, oh, this is fun, you know, knock this guy out, get a shovel, hit them over the head with it, you know, things like that. Keone must have been having fun. I was, you know, it was just cool. I like slapstick stuff too, so there's a lot of scenarios in that game so far where you have like characters asleep on the chair, and you can be like, you know, I'll grab this frying pan and I'll whip crack to wake them up, and then when they're startled I hit them over the head with a frying pan, you know, things like that. Admit you did the same with Vampire. You visited every corner of the map, yet somehow you still missed lots of collectibles. Now you started a new playthrough so that you can get all the achievements. It's so annoying though when that happens, because you think to yourself, I'm going to be very thorough. I'm going to search under everything. I'm going to search behind everything. I'm going to even check every single drawer and every single cabinet. And then at the end, when you can find out whether you've got everything or not, you see, oh, I missed one thing. Where the fuck did I miss that? But that's good that you've started a new playthrough to get all the achievements as well. So which achievement, what's an achievement that you're focusing on like as one of the first ones? Reminiscent of like the scientists in GoldenEye as well. Crooked, why is there an ad for a fart con? A fart con? What the fuck? In Meta, yeah, and the thing with that game is that you cannot load a previous save. You'll try to get the one where you shouldn't kill anyone. That can definitely be frustrating. I actually forgot about that aspect of it. But that's a good one to try and get, you know. Although there are some characters where you're like, don't want to let you live. Oh, I see, Crooked. There was a poster you stood in front of saying Farcom, but with the low resolution it made your brain read Fartcon. I got you now, dude. I thought there was like an ad. I was like, why would there be an ad for Fartcom? Like that sounds like a weird ad to have. Like I thought, oh, you must have seen an ad somewhere called Fartcon. I forgot you could do that. I just remembered. I guess they got hit with explosive chandelier. Kearney must have been the wind. Crooked exclusive deals with FartCons, have you? Oliver Rod is advertising fart devices now. Makes me think of like whoopee cushions. Oh no, it's not what I thought it was. Keone, why was the word rod censored? I didn't even notice that it censored it. Why? What happened? Was it in a comment? Oliver, it's a little early for April Fools, don't you think? Because he got a big rod. April Fools. Keone, redacted for real. Redacted is real. I was pressing the button for first person view, but it wouldn't fucking activate. Here we go. .45. I don't think I actually read this before. Description: this tough, durable pistol has been in production for almost a century. It has tremendous stopping power, and in spite of its strong recoil and heavy slide and bolt, in the hands of a seasoned professional, it is a deadly weapon. Pardon me, Oliver, you're glad you're still older than this game. Yeah. It's so funny, like 25 years worth of games. Imagine if you had to go back to this time and you couldn't take the games with you or anything like that. You just had to go back to how the games were back then, knowing full well what was to come, and like the kind of games and all that sort of stuff. M79. This single-barreled break-action grenade launcher was developed during the Vietnam War, commonly referred to as the blooper. It fires 40mm HE grenades that contain enough explosives to produce over 300 fragments with a lethal radius of up to 5 meters. I love using this weapon. Viral antigen. This device is used to subcutaneously inject a fine stream of fluid under high pressure without puncturing the skin, and is loaded with an experimental serum capable of counteracting the effects of the Syphon Filter virus. Or as Godot would say at the start of the cutscene, "But what about the serum? Serum," or something like that. Why no M69? Grenades would go both ways. I see, Oliver. We're in the mindset of of 69s and big things and all this stuff. Gabe, what'd you faceplant for? I didn't even want to know that. Zaki, the projectile from the M79 is a 40mm grenade, similarly used in the M203, which is sometimes used attached to the M4, A1 and A4 variants. Okay. Yeah, I'm not too knowledgeable about the ins and outs of guns and ammo and all that kind of stuff. Beyond basic stuff like shotgun, handgun, rifle, those sorts of things. Grenade launcher, rocket launcher, Uzi. Hey there, Mr. Epic. I see you playing an old school game, never played Syphon Filter yourself. You don't know what it is, but you can't go back to such old games, but it's funny to watch though. That's fair enough too as well, you know. Plus, using the D-pad to aim in first-person view as well. How's it going, Mr. Epic? Although indeed it would leave too big of a hole in the person, yeah. Headshot, yeah. It's good to get some headshots on these asshole enemies. These ones are friggin' annoying. Ms. Rebig's good thinking of playing Borderlands 2 soon. You never played the new DLC that released back then, so you thought you'll play the whole game again plus the DLC. Great to hear that, dude. That's awesome. That you're going well. And yeah, I've never actually played any of those before. I've only seen them being played as well. And I know recently there was a fourth one announced as well, but not being too familiar with the series, I don't know what kind of expectations people might have for the fourth one. Oh my god, game, you're fucking serious? What? Alright, let's make a save here.
I'm finding Farcom and WHO shipping it.
Gonna leave this for tomorrow's stream. That's a good amount of content for today. And then in tomorrow's stream, when it's Wednesday for me, I'll keep on doing the game until we finish it. I love you've yet to play Borderlands 2 through. It's funny, there's games like that too, where it's like, there's a lot of Zelda games I haven't played all the way through. GG's, Mr. One. Thanks, Oliver. Indeed, you started to forgot playing other games. Well, that's why you never finished it. That's totally fair too, as well, you know, to do that. You've got to go with what you're in the mood to play as well, I feel. That's all good, Oliver. No worries at all. I hope you have a great gym session. Thank you for being here and for dropping in. Muchly appreciated. Got to build that Bucky back. Well, I hope you have a good one, Oliver. Good to see you in chat again. Mr. Epic is funny, and every time they make a new Borderlands game, they put in something new. This time it's the rope launcher to zip up to certain ledges. Ah, makes me think of the rope launcher in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Thank you, Weevil. I definitely will. I hope you have a good night too. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the stream. I really do appreciate it a lot. Olivia, have okay, nice. Have some beauty sleep. Yeah, I'll definitely be sleeping later, but not right now though. A few more hours from now. Before I end the stream, just want to give some shout outs though. Oh, no worries at all, Amita, for the stream. No problem at all. Mr. Epic was short for you, but see you later, Rod. GG's. No problem, Mr. Epic. Thank you for dropping in, though. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, I'll be streaming for longer tomorrow. It'll probably take me about this many hours or maybe more. Just depends as well. But it's good to get a start on this playthrough anyway. Even though it was the previous stream that I got a start to it. But got a few missions done and levels and stuff. We're going to be raiding out as well. Zamaxi is live with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So I'm going to raid out to him and see how he's doing. I'd like to highly recommend people check out the following streamers: Absolution, who's been doing some IRL streams, Electric Dreams 9, who streams a lot of retro movies of different kinds of genres, different kinds of decades, and sometimes you'll find like some really crazy martial arts movies or some really sort of like creepy horror stuff, a lot of sci-fi and different kinds of movies. So if you just want to find a channel to just lurk and chill or chat as well, to channel with that kind of like content, definitely recommend. In Mita, also highly recommend. He's been doing the Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition. He's also been playing games like, off-stream, Vampire as well. So he's playing those sorts of games and doing a playthrough of GTA 5 as well for his first time. Crocodiles is highly recommended as well. He's playing through Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines, I think, is what he's got up next, which is the PlayStation Portable Assassin's Creed game. He's doing a historical order run of all these different kinds of games in multiple series, including Assassin's Creed, but also Red Dead Redemption, as well as A Plague Tale, and also going to be including a new Indiana Jones game. He's playing through these games in timeline order, and he's going to be playing up until games that are set in the 1940s. Lucinda is also highly recommended. She's doing a playthrough of Resident Evil 2 Remake, doing her marathon of those games, has finished off Resident Evil 0, so far has finished off for the marathon Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1 Original, which was a first time playthrough for her, as well as the original Resident Evil 2, did a playthrough of that, and up to Resident Evil 2 Remake. And Mr. Gote is a streamer of games like Banisher's Ghost of New Eden, as well as Outlast and Elden Ring, so definitely recommend. That's okay, Lizzie, for the stream, no problem at all. Catch you again next time. Hope you have a good one too. And that's all good for the shout out as well, Anita. No worries, dude. Here's a general raid message that people can feel free to copy and paste. I don't have any Gabe Leon emotes, but for the subscriber emotes, for the subscriber raid, I've got some Sam Fisher, or a Sam Fisher. Yeah, I've got a couple of Sam Fisher emotes. So in the spirit of games that you play as secret agents with stealth skills, we'll put that in, and this other one. So Adam Jensen, he does a bit of stealth. Deus Ex, put that in. Assassin's Creed, Ezio, he does a bit of stealth. Put him in there too. Lara does some stealth in the reboot games, not necessarily the old school ones, except for the Angel of Darkness, in which she does do stealth, and Chronicles, sorry, as well, in terms of like old school sort of games. There we go, so put that there, and let's kick off the raid. So the next stream of this that you'll see from me will be when it's Wednesday. I plan to finish off this game tomorrow, and I have to think about what I want to replace this game with as well. But until then, hope everyone has a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and catch you next time.